Welcome to our executive interview series at the UiPath on Tour Public Sector Conference presented by FedScoop. I'm Wyatt Cash, and I'm here with Ashley Elizabeth Evans, Chief Product Officer of Business Analytics for the Digital and Artificial Intelligence Office at the Department of Defense. Ashley, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let me start by asking, from your perspective, what emerging trends in AI and automation are you most excited about, and how do you see them impacting the public sector?
Thank you for the question. So there's a lot to be excited about right now. I would say, there's a lot of use cases that the CDAO has purview to across the DOD enterprise, spanning from things like computer vision enabled object detection for aerial and underwater vehicles, to things like transaction reconciliations that are being powered by a combination of robotic process automation and AI/ML, which I find to be a really exciting pairing. So I think it's important to reflect on, first, there's a lot to be excited about that we're already doing, but we're at a pivotal moment in terms of technology, AI/ML powered solutions right now, where the whole world is experimenting and learning every day. And so some of the trends that I see out on the market that I'm particularly excited about are things like explainable AI. Obviously has a lot of different application for not just public sector, but really any sector. And I find it fascinating because of its inherent link to user experience. In order for a human AI pairing to work effectively, humans have to understand what the AI/ML solution is actually doing in a way that is transparent. I think that's something that a lot of people are struggling with right now is responsible AI, understanding bias in AI. And so the more that we think through how do you unpack that and make it discoverable and understandable to a human so that human-machine pairings can work effectively, I think there's a lot of application for the public sector, particularly in defense, where human-machine pairings are so critical to many different contexts for the warfighter, operator, no matter where you're sitting. There's some other trends that I'm excited about in terms of edge AI, to be able to deploy AI models at the edge, disconnected from the cloud, which obviously has a lot of applicability in a warfighting scenario. So those are the things that I see not just driving conversation at the CDAO, but also out in the marketplace that we're really excited about that have the possibility to shape the public sector use of AI/ML.
Well, it sounds like you have an exciting vantage point to see all that unfold. Next, let me ask, for government agencies more broadly that are still exploring AI and automation, what advice would you give them about ensuring a smooth and an effective implementation?
Sure. So I would say start with a few things first. Start with some marquee use cases that really are critically important to your enterprise that have a reliance on getting data analytics and ultimately AI right. Understand what those use cases are that drive decisions and start to orient around the foundation of data that is needed to get that right. The DOD data analytics and AI strategy actually talks quite a bit about the hierarchy of needs as it pertains to data analytics and then AI. And there's actually a little graphic that looks like a pyramid with data as the foundation. We have to get the data right first. And so my advice to anybody at another agency who might be starting this journey is to focus on that first and look at frameworks that have paved the way in terms of data quality, frameworks like Vaultus that help with paying attention to all of the dimensions of data management planning that help you set up the right governance constructs, the right things to make sure that there's a plan for data management and continuous improvement. Then, and only then, can you focus on more sophisticated analytics and actually using that data to drive decision making, measure things, do predictive analytics, use it for all of the most sophisticated use cases that we get excited about, and ultimately responsible AI.
Well, it sounds like a lot of work to pull all that together, but also the rewards seem tremendously promising. So, well, Ashley Elizabeth Evans, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to join us here at the UiPath on Tour Public Sector Conference.
Thank you very much.